Hi, my name is Coleman, and I want to talk to you about something that is very passionate for me. I'm very passionate about. Yeah, it is about being a better version of yourself because I am very passionate about being a better version of myself. Now, however fantastic, however great we are, and some of you are, and most of you are in your own way. Yeah, we always have room for improvement, right? So if we don't improve, what happens? Hmm. We stay still, or even worse, maybe we take steps back, right? Right. Yeah. So in this push for a better version, I have picked up and I've learned many things because there's a quest. Yeah. So it's a quest for knowledge. Now, when we have knowledge, it is knowledge mastery. This is spoken by a very, very fantastic trainer that I've had the privilege to listen to. And with knowledge mastery, it doesn't change life. Yeah, what we need to do is apply that knowledge, and that when that happens, it becomes self-mastery. Now, why we pursue knowledge mastery is to get to self-mastery. So knowledge is just knowledge. If it's not doing anything, it's just like watching TV and just like reading a book and putting it aside. Oh, that was entertaining. That's okay. Yeah. So right now here we are talking about having the knowledge and having the skills involved and applying those skills. Today, first off, I'm going to talk about who we are and how we are and what our preferences are, what our personality is like. You know, you've heard the virgin, they're just like that, they can't change. Kind of just like that. You know. So we're going to talk about how we have experienced life to bring us to where we are now, that has defined our personality for us, that has shaped our own reality of what the world is and how we are as a person, our own personality. Yeah. The why I say life experiences has shaped it, has brought us here and shaped us this way is because I believe that all of us are born neutral, mostly neutral, generally very generally neutral, mostly neutral, and the it's like a sponge. Yeah, when we're born, it's like a dry sponge, and then we're soaking a bit of water here, soaking a bit of water there, soaking a bit of water here, to become that full sponge. Yeah, to become the useful full sponge, so that we can squeeze the water and put it somewhere else and absorb again, squeeze it out. So that's what we are meant to be. That's how we are designed to be. Yeah? When we're born, we are neutral, and then we pick up certain things from life experiences, from our parents, from our caregivers, and all. And from 0 to 2, that shapes the main part, a big part of our personality, 0 to 2. Okay, and from 2 to 7, that shapes another part of our personality. It brings us to another level of being who we are. Yeah, and from 7 to 15, more or less, some people slightly different. Yeah, however, this is generally at up to 15. That kind of seals or kind of shapes our overall personality. Yeah. Now, there's a reason why I say this, because research has shown it to be that way. And I want you to observe this. I want you to think about, when we look into a classroom full of, or a room full of kids who are 2 years or below, observe how they play, how they interact. They're, you will see that they're more or less the same, right? And they're discovering things, sometimes putting things in their mouth, testing things, yeah, and pretty much learning how to work together, because there's not much interaction with each other. Maybe some will have more, some will have less, because of what they have experienced at home. Maybe they have siblings. Those who have got no siblings or are alone most of the time will have that learning experience at the daycare or at the care center there. Yeah, that shapes the part of their personality. Now I want you to observe this part here and compare it to, let's say you go to a preschool, a preschool, a preschool that's maybe with 5-year-old kids. You notice how different they play. Yeah, they're different already. They know how to interact and all that stuff. So they listen to the teachers. There's a lot of trust involved. The teacher tell them to do whatever it is they do. So just from that short 5-year-old class, we go to the 7-year-old class. Yeah, 2 years away, 7-year-old class in the classroom. When the teacher asks a question and asks the children to answer, how many kids put up their hand? Yeah, you will observe that maybe 3/4, or maybe even all the kids put up their hand, 3/4. Even those that don't know the answer also put up their hand, because there is nothing to hold them back. There's not much to hold them back. Even if the answer is wrong, even if you don't know the answer is wrong, you know what the heck? I'll just put up my hand because it's fun. Everybody there, I just test it out. Yeah, and as they progress to school, because that's at 7 years old. In Malaysia here, that's the first year of primary school, and as they progress in school, they learn that, okay, my answer is wrong, my friends laugh at me, maybe my teacher scold me or whatever it is. They learn that there are consequences to being wrong, or there are consequences to testing things out. Yeah, so those consequences put them in a state of fear, in a state of, oh no, I don't want to feel that emotion again, I don't want to feel being laughed at again. Yeah, I don't want to feel shame again, I don't want to feel guilt again. So when you go from when you go from 7 years old to say a class of 15, when the teacher asks that question, how many students put up their hands? Very few, very few. Yeah, most of the students would have come through the experience of all those years in school and understand that, okay, it's dangerous, I'm just going to stay safe. Now we're going to talk about the danger and staying safe in another video. Today we're talking about development of how we can change and using what we know to actually bring ourselves to a better place. Yeah. So when the kids at age 15 there are where they are, and the thing is, they already have that personality set, right? Like I said. Yeah. And how do you change that? How do you change that? Now when you think about this, from being born until at age 15, all that behavior and all that reality is actually learned, all learned. Yeah, they picked it up from somewhere, someplace. Everybody means well. Yeah, everybody means well, and they have imprinted that. Sometimes, meaning well and doing the right thing are completely different things, or at that time it just seems that way. In everybody, they have their own reality, their own perception of what is correct and what is not. So they impart that knowledge onto children, and children pick up that knowledge, good or bad, pick up knowledge, and that helps to shape their life. Yeah. So when you think about this, when you were a kid, did you imagine that you were a superhero? Most of us did. In some way or other, we are either Superman or I don't know. Maybe now the younger kids, the younger ones here, they have Thor, yeah, they have Iron Man and all that stuff. My time, Superman, or maybe Batman, and that tells you what age I'm at, right? So when we have that imagination of being a superhero, there's this strong belief that we are that superhero. We go into the character of the superhero. This tells us that we are all born for greatness, and then life happened, and then all kinds of shit stuff happened, and that greatness, okay, never mind, put it at the back. It's left at the back that so far that the greatness that we're meant for is forgotten. Yeah, and yet we're born for greatness. Yeah, and we are born to be significant. We're born to be significant because of life. We are right here now, and we've settled. Most of us have settled. Some people have achieved their greatness and significance. Most people have just settled because of just what life has done or life has happened. Yeah, we are here today to change that, because all that learned behavior that we have come to be who we are today can be changed, because that is learned. Whatever is learned can be unlearned and can be learned again. Yeah, because that learned behavior is forming our limiting beliefs and it's holding us back. Why are we holding on to that? Why are we holding on to that reality, right? Yeah. So in the next few videos, we're going to share about little things that we can do that I have found very, very helpful and very beneficial for me with you. I will share that with you, and we will journey together. All right. Thank you very much.